Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. In this series, we're going to be taking on what has come to be known as the Masochist Challenge. In this challenge, we have to build a deck based on cards that we pull from the Master Pack. Every time we win a duel, we will be able to purchase one of these packs to see what cards we get to possibly add to our deck. We will also be able to pull from the Legacy Pack. Anytime we collect a Legacy ticket, we'll be able to pull from this pack as well. Unfortunately, we will not be able to buy structure decks to help us or pull from secret packs that are unlocked when you pull certain ultra rare and secret rare cards. We will not be able to do this. All credit for this challenge is going to go to the YouTuber Simo, who came up with this idea. The whole point was to build a deck with random cards and see how far you can climb the rank system in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And with all of this out of the way, let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Masochist Challenge. We are going to pull our pity pack because last episode we lost 5 duels in a row. We were just completely outclassed by our opponents. Their decks were just way too good for us to even try to begin to handle. So let's get into this opening. This is something that I really don't like having to do, but it is one of the rules that I am running with. So let's see what we got. Cyber Shield, that's for Harpy's cards. It's not going to help us. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, that's really cool. Not going to help us. Rex X, if this card battles a monster in the extra monster zone, it gains a 800 attack and defense during the damage step only. We could potentially run this. I mean, it is a 1900 attack monster. That effect's actually not that bad. Yeah, we're going to run that. It's a light monster. It's a dinosaur. Pretty cool. Level 4. Works with our deck. Math Mech. We don't have Math Mech cards. XYZ. I mean, this card is okay if we were running like a fish deck, but we're not going to run this. Let's see. Cybernetic Hidden Technology. I'm not about to run this just because we have one Cyber Dragon, and I'd rather have the Cyber Dragon on the field, so not going to use that. Goki, I think we might have like very few Goki cards, but we don't have enough to actually make a Goki deck, so this isn't going to come into play. And we don't have these kind of monsters either, so we're not going to be running this either. Basically, the only thing that we got out of here is the Rex X here, which will be going into the deck. So let's go do that real quick. All right, after looking over every option that we have, I think we're going to take out this Time Thief here because apart from it being an 800 beater, it doesn't do us anything. It's a psychic monster. We have no psychic support. So we're going to take this out and we are going to put in our Re-X here, which is just a lot better card. It's 100 attack more normally. It's got a boost effect, so this is just overall a better card for us. The effect is at least applicable for us, so that's going to be the edit to the deck. Let's go get into our first duel of the episode. Okay, we won the coin toss. We chose to go first. This is good. Our hand couldn't look better. This is, I mean, we have our floodgate. That is absolutely incredible. We're going to set our defensive fairy. We're going to set our floodgate, and we're going to pass the turn. And I'm excited because this is the first duel that we've actually drawn this card, and we drew it in our opening hand going first. So hopefully we'll be able to just activate this and mitigate their capability of summoning from the extra deck. What are they playing? They are playing Infitrax, or Infinitrax, or however you say that. We are absolutely going to activate this and laugh in their face as they are now limited to 3 summons from the extra deck per turn. Hopefully I'm pretty sure his deck relies a little bit more than that per turn, so, or at least during his setup turn, so hopefully this is enough to slow him down. I'm not entirely sure. This is a pretty fair deck that he's playing as far as like how good it is. He can literally just do burn damage to us in the long run, and a lot of it, like he just finishes off our life points basically by burn damage. He'll get us down to like a 2,000 range and then just blow us up for free, and there's really nothing we can do about it. Let's see exactly what he does here. It's really a shame that our Floodgate isn't just 3 special summons full stop, but it is what it is. Hopefully he doesn't go too crazy here. I mean, it looks like he is, in all honesty, and he might not even need to summon from the extra deck to out us at this point. All of his monsters so far have been able to swing over our defense position monster, but we'll see exactly how far he takes this. I mean, our Floodgate, again, is probably our best card in the deck, or at least, you know, a contender for the best card in our deck. It's not the greatest Floodgate, but it is at least something to mitigate. Like, if we had gone first during that time we were fighting that guy that played Regulus that we just scooped last duel, if we were able to go first, play this down, he would have never gotten that far. Like, this card would have shut that deck down instantly. There's been nothing that guy could have done. We probably would have won that because of it. But not all decks are like that. I'm not entirely sure if this deck we're fighting right now is going to meet the criteria of Summon Gate. Like, he might not have to summon more than 2 things out of his special deck, or more than 3 things out of his special deck, or extra deck. Here he goes with extra deck special summon number 1. Yep, going into the River Stormer. He also might just have a way to out our Summon Gate if he's got like an effect that pops a back row card. Super Express Bullet Train, yep. Okay. It's just a really easy card for him to get out onto the field. He's going into his next extra deck special summon, so that's 2. Mountain Smasher. Okay, sure. I don't know why he set that in defense and then activated his effect. I mean, it might be permanent. Yeah, it's permanent. So that's why he did it. It didn't matter. Oh, and now he can switch it into attack position. Alright, cool. I'm trying to think. Okay, he's going into battle. He's going to swing. I don't know why he didn't swing with his other monster, the 100 attack more. It wasn't going to make that much of a difference, but he didn't know what we hit set. But I can't think of a card that has 3,000 defense as a normal set, so I don't know what he was thinking there. He could have done a little bit more damage. He's going to attack for 3,000. His main phase 2, he'll probably transform this further and burn us with one of his burn machines. He's gonna discard those, or, you know, pop those 2 cards off of his own field. Main phase 2. I mean, he's got 5,000 damage to try to get through right now, and I'm not entirely sure if he really thinks he's going to be able to burn us for that much. I really don't think he can, but we'll see. I know he can at least burn us for like 2,000 damage. Nope, he's going to end his phase right there. Yeah, this definitely saved us. He probably could have finished us off if it wasn't for that. This is great. What we're going to do is we're going to back to square one his back to square one this thing here, get it off the field. We will set Lost Wind, and we have to set this, unfortunately, but I really don't think it's going to matter. I'm pretty sure he's got this game in the bag at this point. I mean, we're going to activate Lost Wind. Let's see, is this when this... Yeah, so we're going to... That's interesting. So yeah, he's going to bring back his... I mean, we didn't really stall that out for very long at all. We're going to activate this. We're going to cut this thing in half for the attack. So that way he has to swing with us with his Mountain Smasher here. I don't really think this is going to do too much. I'm pretty sure he's got this one pretty much wrapped up, because he can just special summon 2 of his burn monsters and blow us up. He's just going to gain more attack. But the thing is that he has to swing with us with that monster in order to get rid of our defense position. Unless he special summons right now into something that has more than 2,000 attack, which is plausible. He could definitely do it. He's got 2 level 5s that he could go into like a level or a rank 5 machine. That's exactly what he's going to do. That is his special summon number 1 from the extra deck for this turn. And he is going to bring out another River Stormer. So he absolutely 1000% can out our defense position and then swing for a lot of damage. Unfortunately, we can't target any of his XYZ monsters with this because of his back row. This is just looking really unfortunate. Like, Lost Wind is a fantastic card. It just can't do us anything right now because of this protecting him. Like, if that wasn't there, we could cut one of his creatures' attack in half, save us on some life points. The one that I would do it to would be this one, because then he still has to swing over this card with this and then attack us with lower attack monsters, but I really don't see this mattering too much. Oh, he's gonna go into his second special summon from the extra deck this turn. Earth Slicer, okay. That's not good. He's probably... I don't know what he's going to target. Yeah, he's going to target our defense position monster, and now he can just swing at us for game. So that's a wrap up for this duel. Alright, we once again won the coin toss and decided to go first. Our hand is looking pretty defensive, not going to lie. I think what we can do is... I don't want to use this yet because this is a tuner. I mean, we do have another level 2 tuner here as well. I think our best play is to just set Yomi ship and pass and hope he doesn't bounce our card before going into the battle phase. He's running a full 60 card deck, 15 cards in the extra deck. Let's see what he's actually playing. What is this? Pendulum Call. So he's playing like a pendulum deck. Alright, we'll see where this goes. If he's playing Endymion, this isn't going to go well for us at all. He's basically just going to win with if it's the Endymion Pendulum deck. Especially since he's discarding a card to add 2 Magician Pendulum monsters to his hand. That's a pretty fair sign that he's playing Endymion. Endymion is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best Pendulum deck out there right now. I'm pretty sure still, like, it's been there for a while at number 1 for Pendulums. I don't think anything has come along recently because they don't really print Pendulum decks all that much anymore. Like, they add support to other ones, but I'm fairly certain Endymion is still ranked #1 for Pendulum decks. That's a 5, or wait, no, that's a 1 and that's an 8. Yeah, he's gonna go into his Pendulum Summon right now. What is he bringing out? He's bringing out Odd Eyes Dragon, this Magician, and Dragon Caller Magician, and of course the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Pendulum decks are just... the way they special summon is kind of ridiculous. Like, that's a lot for one effect. Like, it's one effect. It counts as one special summon to special summon all of that out to the board. Like, it's insane. It's another, and he is just barely under the attack that he needs to kill us. But, I mean, he's in a very, very good position. The bad news for him, though, is that we have this. All we have to do is set this. And there's nothing he's going to be able to do to swing over that right now, unless he summons a level 3 monster that can swing over 800, which is possible, but I highly doubt that that's what he's got in his deck. So we might just have our saving grace right now, because this can't be destroyed with level 4 or higher monsters. All of his monsters are level 6 and higher right now. So he's in for a very rude awakening. Please tell me that you're not reading the card, because it looks like he's probably reading the card. He's hesitating here. It's not gonna help, dude. Unless you have a way to do piercing, you aren't going to out that. Ooh, okay, perform a seal. Alright, this is our 3, so we can P-scale this. We're gonna set this right here. And I think what you're gonna do here is we're gonna summon out our warrior here. We'll equip them with our equipped spell, just like this. And we're just gonna pass, because we don't want to attack with him, otherwise he'll switch himself to defense position. And right now, he at least is another wall that the opponent has to think about getting around. Because if he swings into us, he dies, unless he's got a way to boost himself, which I don't think he does, at least not right now. Next turn, like, this is kind of good, but at the same time, like, we have 600 life points. If he were to attack with a 2500 attacker into this, we lose the duel. He's going into an XYZ summon, which is probably not good for us. That can out our card. Oh, nope, it's dropped its attack. I don't know why that happened, but that's alright. We're good with that. I'm not sure what its effect is, actually. It's definitely not going to help him, that's for sure. Now he's going into a Link monster. This isn't looking too bad. I mean, he's just helping out his own board. I mean, he's just going to pendulum summon everything back, but it's still not looking good for him, because he can't out our big monster, and he can't out our... I mean, actually, no. He now can out this, because Link doesn't count as a level, so he can actually attack into that and destroy it, which is not good. I don't think Virgil is going to help us if we were to summon him out. Like, no, That's not going to help us at all. And he's going to pop that away. Yep, he just won. Okay, well, all he has to do is attack with his wing monster. If he's smart enough, yeah, he's got this. Okay, cool. What is he doing? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You just stopped yourself from being able to win this turn. Okay, thank you. Really good card. So basically what we're gonna do right now is bring back our breaker. We're gonna swing into his magician here to get this off the field. Technically he still wins though with that. If he summons something else out, which he can because he can just pendulum summon. I'm pretty sure this duel is still a wrap because this kills this kills this, he uses anything else to attack and he wins. There's nothing we can do. The only thing that we can hopefully rely on is if he misplays by attacking our breaker here with his XYZ monster. Not thinking about it, but I highly doubt he's that inept at the game, especially after dealing with our Ice Mistress for a couple turns now. I just don't see him making that sort of mistake. He made the mistake. What are you doing, dude? You literally had game. We're gonna pop that off the field. Okay, sure, negate the effect. That's fine though. I'm alright with that. You literally misplayed yourself, my dude. I don't really see a good way of coming back at this point, unfortunately. That's not going to help us at all. We could... Let's activate this. Let's target this to spook him. Hopefully he activates that to negate. Okay, that's fine. Alright. I really don't know what else to do at this point. We could, in all honesty, I think we just set our boxer, put up a bit of a wall, hope he keeps making stupid decisions. But I really don't think we win this. I don't see an adequate out to his XYZ monster here. Like, we can't crash at this point. We summon anything that, like, could attack this and out it via destruction, but we only have 600 life points. Like, whatever we attack into this will just die. And we can't keep relying on him to make the same stupid mistake of not attacking into our mistress with this card. Does this do piercing? No, it does not do piercing. I don't know why he keeps trying to attack into this. This dude is stupid. Does he not realize that this is a rank, not a level? Because I know that it's a little confusing because they still use the stupid star image for both of these, but a rank doesn't count as a level. Okay, I have an idea. Let's do this. We can flip Battling Boxer. We're gonna summon this out. We're gonna activate this. We're going to call Monster. Hopefully draw a card here. Oh, does that destroy? Please? Of course it destroys the card. Of course it destroys the card. I preemptively flipped this. I should have summoned out the other thing first, because the idea was to go into black ship, put it in defense, activate its effect, and pop this card off the field. That was supposed to be the play, but of course now we're just in a absolute terrible position. That's it. That's the game. Like, he just attacks into this and we lose, and we can't do anything about it. All right, we won the coin toss on this one and chose to go first. He has no extra deck. That's interesting. Then again, we came across that one guy that wasn't playing an extra deck a while ago, and that didn't seem to matter for him. We're going to set this. We are going to set our Hyper Hammerhead in defense, and we're going to see what he does. I don't know what he could be playing, of course, without an extra deck. He could be playing, I always say he could be playing something like Monarchs, because Monarchs don't utilize an extra deck, but at the same time, hopefully he's not playing something else, because at least Monarchs take a moment to set up. Hand destruction, each player sends 2 cards from their hand to the graveyard, then draws 2 cards. Well, great. As much as it pains me to do this, we're going to send these 2 cards because this is our special summon into a level 4 Synchro or XYZ summon, so it's unfortunate. I really didn't want to get rid of those 2 cards because this Rex card is fairly good, and of course Back to Square One is one of our best spell cards in the deck. Broken Bamboo Sword. What on earth are you playing, dude? Alright. Dude, I wonder if he's playing like Exodia. It's just, if he's playing Exodia, like, just trying to draw into Exodia, there are better ways of playing Exodia. I have, of course, there's the one turn KO, or like 1 turn win deck that is out there that topped YCS this year. Let's take advantage of this real quick. Which I did build out that deck. It's pretty interesting, but I actually have my own Exodia deck that I crafted. I've been crafting Exodia decks for a while, just trying to tweak them and get them better and whatever. But I'm at a point where I actually have a decent Exodia deck that it's a back and forth. Like you allow your opponent to actually take some turns, but it's a way of not drawing constantly from the top of the deck. There's a way to actually just get Exodia out of the deck. But let's see, let's think about this. Let's flip Hyper Hammerhead. Let's bring out White Oak, and we're just gonna go in for some damage. What did he... Oh, that's right, I forgot. If you use this, you can't do battle damage. I completely forgot about that. I think. Yeah, the player with the lowest takes no damage. Okay, sure. That's alright. We're gonna let him pop some damage onto him so he helps us kill him. Next turn, we'll pay life points to destroy this off of his field and then start swinging with our cards, because that's like 3,000. That's 4,500 damage going straight to him next turn if he doesn't start putting out defense. Yeah, he's definitely playing Exodia. I'm not stupid. If you guys would be interested in seeing the Exodia deck that I made, leave it in the comment below and we can do a special video for the channel showcasing some matches that I have saved, just showcasing how the deck works. I would be more than happy to do that. It's pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting deck. Yeah, he's playing Exodia. Yeah. Okay. We are 500 attack away from being able to kill him outright next turn. If there is a next turn, there should be I'd be very surprised if he actually drew into Exodia right now on this turn. I mean, it is possible. It's feasible. I should have popped this off of his field last turn, but it is what it is. What is this? Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good card, not gonna lie. For an Exodia deck, at least. As long as we draw something that's got 500 attack more than this, which is like any one of our normal beaters, we win. Alright, at best, he's got 3 pieces of Exodia in his hand right now. Nope, 2 pieces of Exodia in his hand right now. Discard 2 cards, then target 1 spell in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Wow, okay. Probably add his golden bamboos. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Cause then he'll pop that off with that. Draw 2 cards. I mean, at least he's got his engine running here with the whole spell counters in this. Like, I tried using this card so many times in my own Exodia decks, and I just never was able to draw this and then constantly get the spells that I had in the deck to keep utilizing it. Like, I would always draw something that would stop the chain, and it was just really annoying. So I found a better way to play Exodia than just relying on drawing off the top of the deck constantly. Like right now it's turn 4. He actually might have this game if he keeps this up, this capability up, which I'm sure he's got this at this point. Good for him if he beats us with Exodia. Yeah, draw 2 cards. Yeah, he's actually got his engine running. But yeah, the other deck that I have, it's a good way. There's a good way of stalling with the deck, the enemy, and then also drawing the cards out of the deck that we need. Like right now, the problem with his deck is that any other normal player that would be fighting him would have already been able to out a multitude of what he's doing right now, negating his effects and everything. He's lucky that he's playing a Masochist Challenger like me, and able to just constantly keep redoing this over and over and over. That doesn't work good enough in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! The deck that I crafted for Exodia absolutely can, for the most part, go up against modern decks, apart from like something like Kashtira or Labyrinth. Labyrinth is just way too easy for them to just constantly be outing cards. If this is the end of his turn, that's insane because he got really close. If he doesn't have it right now, he's gotten probably really close, and he's going to be very disappointed when we finish him off next turn. But it looks like he's still going. I could be wrong here. Okay, yeah. So if we get a next turn, it's over. We have Power Breaker, we win. Remove 3 cards, draw a card, Upstart Goblin again. Another normal summon. He's probably got another one of these on the, in his hand that he can play. Yep, okay. He's probably got this. Good for him. This is probably like the 3 monsters that he's got in the entire deck, and the rest of his decks is just spell cards. Apart from his Max C. Sure. He's really, really trying to get this out. It looks like he's looking for 1 card. Two cards? He's still looking for 2, 3. He's looking for 3 pieces still. 4 pieces still? He's looking for 4 pieces still. He still hasn't done it. But he's going to do it. If his entire deck is just constantly just spell cards at this point, he's got this easily. Nope, he scooped. That's a win. We can go draw her pack. Alright, let's get this pack, see what we get. And our first card is a Trickstar card. That's not going to come into play. DDD, 2 level 6 Fiend monsters. That's not going to come into play for us. Exodia Necros. Okay, that's nice. Can't play that. Even if we could play that, we wouldn't because it's not a good card. Ancient Gear. We don't have Ancient Gears. Peaceful Burial. Send 1 monster from your deck to the graveyard, but for the rest of this turn you cannot activate cards or the effects of cards with the same name the sent monster had in the graveyard. You can only activate Peaceful Burial once per turn. I don't see how this would help us at all, so we're going to ignore that. Kaiba Man, that's funny. Not going to be able to use that. Witchcrafter, we don't have Witchcrafters. And lastly, we have a Tri-Brigade Airborne Assault. Would be a good card if we were playing the Tri-Brigade deck. We're not. None of these cards, unfortunately, are good for us right now. We seem to have 1 Legacy pack, so let's pull it. Got gold. That's nice. we have another performer pal, pendulum monster here. It's a fairy. This doesn't help us in any given way, shape, or form because we really aren't playing pendulum monsters. And an ultra rare, remove brainwashing. The control of all monsters on the field returns to the owners. No one really takes control of other people's monsters for the most part in this game anymore. All the cards that we've pulled so far today are absolutely useless right now. Alright, let's get this next duel going here. It looks like we are going to go second. As you can see, we are silver 3 right now. We're getting closer to gold, which is cool. Our opening hand is okay. I mean, we have our rock protection field zone here. Foolish return, depending on what he's playing, could come in handy. We have at least one of our level 1 tuners. But unless we draw something really helpful, our best... Oh, that's not good. He's playing Dark Magician. Foolish return is at least helpful because if he gets the Dark Magician in the graveyard, he can't Eternal Soul it out of the graveyard. We just send it back to his deck, which is pretty fire actually. So let's see how this duel actually plays out. Now this is where we hope that he activates his Eternal Soul to target from... Wait, hold up. From graveyard or hand. Okay. We're gonna bounce the one at least in his graveyard because that's the only one that we're sure that he has in play right now. If it's coming from his hand, that's really annoying, but it is what it is at that point. We're gonna bounce that. Hopefully, yep, that's it. We stalled him out from at least doing that, but our black ship is not looking very good right now. But basically, if he's capable of special summoning Dark Magician out and uses Dark Magic Circle here and gets rid of our Ice Mistress, then we just scoop, because at that point our best line of defense is gone. And there's the summon of the Dark Magician. Alright, we're done. I'm not wasting our time any longer. You know what I haven't seen in a while is a Blue Eyes deck. Not that that would have been too much different, but... And Blue Eyes does do piercing. But... What are we up against here? That's 12. He's got 40 in his normal deck, which is good. Okay, we've got our level 1 tuner. That's fine. I don't like that he set 2 back rows and passed. That he could be playing Trap Tricks, he could be playing Labyrinth. Let's see, what could we do here? Let's go Botanical Lion. And swing at him for 19. Just get some quick damage in. See what he's got going on. Doesn't look like he's got too much going on. We'll pass turn. At least we've got some damage in. That's something. There's Baron. And that's basically it, because we can't. Alright, yeah, he won. Good for him. Alright, well, our opponent won the coin toss and chose to go first, so we're just going to sit here and watch to see what it is that they are playing. Got a pretty good opening hand here. What is this? Blackwing? Okay. Blackwing might be a little tricky for us, but we're going to try it. We do have back to square one, so that's good. We can bounce whatever his end board is, just take a card right off of it. We have our Mother Spider here. Put that on the field. Then put this on the field for our normal summon. Go into Virgil. That might be enough to out any secondary card he might have on the board, depending on exactly what he is capable of getting out on this turn. This is so far our prime target for back to square one. He's got 2 of these. Black Wings are pretty common deck. A lot of people like running them. It's fairly decent. Got some cool creatures. They do some interesting things, but so far this isn't looking too bad for us. Depending on how much further he can actually take this, he could potentially synchro into a level 10 right now. He could synchro into a level 6. He might just get something else on the board. Okay, he can synchro into another level 8 if need be. I mean, I know a couple. Yeah, okay, he's going for that level 10. Okay, yep, that is a problem. Unaffected by other card effects, just straight up. Yeah, that's gonna be extremely problematic because we have to kill this via battle, and we are not capable of doing that. I mean, we would have to get this out on the field and have a lot of cards in our hand in order to do that. Let's back to square one his. What do we want to dump here? I don't think this is gonna come into play right now. Let's back to square one his Berserker. Get that off the field. That's one less hassle. Do we special summon? I mean, this is 7, 8, 9. We need. Okay, we're gonna set this. We're gonna set Lost Wind, and we're gonna pass. But I really, it is such a long shot for us to be able to get our Croco Dragon here out and get it to a point where it has higher attack than this. And if he starts placing wedge counters on our Synchro Monster, then we're just basically screwed, because wedge counters are basically a way to prevent us from doing a lot. So this is a hard one. They can go into a level 8 synchro right here. If they do, we lost wind, whatever it is. But it's good that we're making him use up his resources in a way that way he can't continuously do these on sequential turns. This is perfect. We forced him to get this back out, which is awesome. We're going to activate Lost Wind here. Target his Berserker. Now this thing is at 1500. Its effects are permanently negated, so we don't have to worry about that getting any stronger than it already was. But this is still really hard for us to come back. We really need like a level 4 Synchro Monster, because then we could all we would have to do is use 2 resources to go into our Crocodile Dragon thing, and then from there, like, we'll have more cards in our hand to boost this thing's attack. But right now, as it is, if we bring this out, we don't have much in our hand to keep it alive. So this is looking like we're gonna need to pack this one up. Let's see if I can at least frustrate him, because if we can frustrate our enemy into just scooping because he doesn't want to continue dealing with us, then that could be a potential way to win. But I highly doubt he's gonna care, because he's got his full armor master on the field. So this really just isn't looking good for us in the slightest. This is a great defensive card. It does not help us in the slightest. let's just do something real quick, just to do something. Summon this out. Let's see if he activates anything in response to this thing. Okay, yeah, you can't. We'll just activate this to target the Blackwing Dragon. That way its effects are negated. He's activating that, that's fine. You can wedge counter all you want. Wait a minute, we can make this? Okay, that's at least something. But yeah, it's kind of pointless. I forgot about its stupid effect. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode, guys. It was a tough one, but you know, we gotta take what we can take. We did outlast an Exodia deck that, in all honesty, if he probably was just looking for like one extra spell card to keep him going, and it just didn't end up in his favor. But you know, that's the way it goes, especially when you're playing Exodia. But you know, the other matchups, they are what they are. You know, we can't do much more than just keep pushing through. The pack that we got, unfortunately, didn't help us at all, but hopefully maybe down the road something will come of it and we can utilize some of the cards. But until that day, you know, we got to run with what we got. So, but again, guys, the new year is coming up. My goal before then is 50 subscribers. We're almost there. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet and you've been coming back and checking out the content over and over again, I'd really appreciate if you finally decided to subscribe. It would really help me out. But anyway, guys, until next time, stay safe out there. Take care. I'm ProtoPawn. Peace.